It's official, Stronghold Unreal finally has a name. Stronghold the Dark Ages, and I am truly stoked. I first saw this on Reddit from Domesticos 1984, who claimed the name was registered in July 2024 with the UK Intellectual Property Office. At first I thought, nah, maybe it's a mistake, but then I saw it confirmed on Game Pressure. Stronghold's next chapter, Welcome to the Dark Ages. Firefly Studios are keeping quiet for now, but we should hear more soon. That's when it hit me. This isn't just a rumour, this is for real. So today let's speculate, what will the Stronghold set in the Dark Ages actually look like? What could Firefly be planning for this next big step in the Stronghold series? Up until now, every Stronghold game has sat somewhere between 1000 AD and 1200 AD. Crusader 1 and 2 are set predominantly in the Third Crusade, which took place between 1189 and 1192. Stronghold 1, 2 and 3 around 1100 AD. Warlords, early 1200s with cannons sneaking in. But the Dark Ages, that means 500 or 1000 AD, and this is huge. It's rougher, grittier, and far less about stone fortresses. Firefly isn't just dialing the clock back a little, they're rewriting the entire blueprint of Stronghold. So what does that mean for castles and warfare? Forget stone fortresses, wood, water and fire are king. Wooden walls and towers instead of stone ones. Moats returning to the series. Castles that burn as flaming arrows rain down. Imagine the chaos, your carefully built fortress going up in flames as Viking raiders smash through the gates. Armour will likely change too. No shiny plate mail as seen in previous games. There will be chainmail, leather and shields. Weapons like axes and spears will also likely dominate, while maces might not reappear.
We're off!
Siege units will also likely become less prominent, with no trebuchet or cannons, and ladders, fire and battering rams will likely become the main weapons of siege in the game. And this could be the perfect time period to build on the buff units introduced in Crusader 2 and Warlords. Units like the Templar and Samurai could become berserkers, and healers could become shamans. The new time period could really shake up warfare, but of course a castle is nothing without the Lord ruling over it. If Firefly leans into British Dark Age history, the possibilities are insane. We could see the Celts, Saxons, Angles, and of course the Vikings. Picture defending your castle against Ragnar Lothbrok, besieging Alfred the Great, or pushing all the way to 1066 with Harold Godwinson versus William the Conqueror.
My eye! Help me! Ah!
Stronghold is at its best when the lords have bigger, larger-than-life personalities, and this period is full of legendary kings and lords that are perfect inspiration. But how do Firefly tell their story? Here's where I have a fear. Firefly might go too historical. What I want is something close to the campaigns of Stronghold 1 and 2. Think in-game cutscenes, engaging and gripping dialogue, full of light characters and interesting story. A mix of fiction, history and legends that make the campaign unforgettable. This would likely mean Firefly would have to make up lords instead of pulling them from history, however. Or Firefly could channel their inner Mel Gibson and tell a story inspired by history in a fictional but compelling way. We will have to see.
Mel Gibson, Braveheart.
Powered by Unreal Engine 5, in-game cinematics could look truly incredible as well, greatly enhancing the campaign. Imagine your lord holding a feast only betrayed by his guests, or Viking longships appearing on the horizon, signalling the next invasion. Done right, the Dark Ages could have the most memorable campaigns in the series. And speaking of longships, this one feels almost guaranteed. Fans have been asking for ships forever, and the Dark Ages, they demand it. This is the age of coastal raids and naval trade. It's the perfect time to finally bring ships into Stronghold. Imagine defending a coastal castle as longships pull up at your shores. Imagine entire battles fought on rivers, with trade routes to protect and ports to capture. Suddenly it's not just about land warfare, it's about controlling the seas. If implemented, ships could be the biggest shake-up in Stronghold history. And we've had this miraculous return.
10 years later.
But above all, the boy. He won't know that I'm alive.
What? What the fuck?
But Stronghold isn't just about war, it's also about life behind those walls. If Firefly really commits to the Dark Age setting, we could finally see a return to proper castle simulation. I want honour back, I want feasts, entertainment, and systems like crime and gong. I want my lord to feel alive again, walking through the castle, inspiring troops, going to church, and courting his lady.
Another sinner has their day.
Stronghold 2 gave us that living, breathing castle experience, and it's been missing ever since. If Stronghold the Dark Ages brings it back, it could be the most immersive Stronghold yet. And if all of this comes wrapped in Unreal Engine 5's visuals, it could be stunning. But I hope Firefly goes beyond pretty and leans into gritty. The Dark Ages weren't glamorous, they were bloody, muddy and brutal. Imagine weather systems from Stronghold 3 returning, storms battering your castle, fog rolling in during a siege. And yes, I won't gore. Stronghold 1 and Crusader never shied away from blood, and with Unreal Engine 5, the brutality could be next level. If you've ever seen Ancestors Legacy and Unreal Engine 4, you know how raw and brutal it looks. Firefly has the perfect chance to capture that same vibe. So yeah, Stronghold the Dark Ages isn't just a code name anymore. It's officially registered, and we could be hearing more later this year. If that's the case, a release next year doesn't seem impossible. Personally, this name reveal has me stoked, and I'm excited to see what the setting brings. If you'd like to keep up to date with all things Stronghold the Dark Ages, and you're a fan of the Stronghold series, make sure to subscribe. When I hit 500 subs, I'll be setting up a Discord for the channel, so we can hang out, share ideas, and talk Stronghold. Don't forget to like the video, and let me know in the comments, are you excited for this time period? What do you think the Dark Ages could bring to Stronghold? And what do you hope Firefly focus on the most? Thanks for watching.